Hey guys, we're here for part 15, which means we're halfway to 20. And of course, if you remember, for those who've already watched, we're doing 10 parts, and then we'll do a DLC. We did the first 10, and then we did the Mechanist. So actually, first thing, let's throw that up there. The Mechanist part 1, there's only 7 episodes to that, and we got right back into the story. And when we get through number 20, we're actually going to start on the Vault 88 DLC. Which I've got videos all the way up to that, so I can tell you, it'll be some fun stuff. And that way, the next thing I can start recording is that. The good news is we make it past the main story, what we wanted to make it to, and then we actually start. We actually start going from there to what was it we're doing? Minutemen. Hostile sensor readings. But if you haven't, definitely don't forget to go down and hit subscribe. There'll be a little button at the end of the video as well to subscribe if you haven't yet already. So you can see all this cool stuff. Hit the bell so you know when we make videos like this. Other playthrough videos, when we've done Little Nightmares. We're working on Okami right now. Which, big shout out to Capcom. I know this isn't an Okami video, but their stuff's copyrighted. And if you go watch the videos, I'll put part 1 up there. It has a little symbol. It's copyrighted. They didn't say anything on the first one, so I figured it'd be okay. They didn't say anything on the second one. The third one I made, it had a copyrighted cutscene in it. They didn't take it down. See, that was cool. That's why I'm giving them a shout out. They actually let me keep it up. And not only that, they said, hey, just let us throw some ads in there. You can keep the likes. You can keep the subscribers, the views, the minute, the time. All that is mine. They just literally said, let us put ads in there. And let us make money off the ad if they click it. That's it. So I was like, I get to have fun. I get to enjoy playing a game and let everyone else watch. Yeah, I'm not going to argue with that. It's your stuff and it's copyright. I mean, they could just take it down, but no, see, that was cool. And for those who've been watching, we brought Nick with us because, I mean, we're going to hunt down the guy. We need someone, who has the crime-solving abilities of a detective. So why not bring Nick? Yeah, he's a synth, but I mean, obviously, one, they're fighting him, and he's definitely shooting back, so they're not really buddies. If they were, I'm pretty sure he would have turned on me. But I mean, I know we're looking for Kellogg, so we can figure out the next step of where the heck my son is. So, actually Dogmeat tracked this down, but it was Nick's deduction that how we get into his house and the clues and where he might be, and I mean, we definitely could use him to figure out some more of this, and if I find anything in here, I would rather have him with me. That way I could be like, hey, Nick, come over here and check this out. And what do you think? You're this crime-solving kind of guy, you're a detective. What is your perspective on this idea? That's why we decided to leave Piper behind, because she writes stories. And then she also did, I like how they make comments whenever they separate. She was just like, bring me the story if you get it. And Nick pretty much was just like, I don't know who else to tell. I love how my hair shows up just fine, but on this side, it's there. It's just literally whenever I let go, the green screen and the light literally make my chunk of my head disappear. So the Institute must exist. By order of the Institute, I must be destroyed. But you're the boogeyman of the Commonwealth. What do I do? According to other people, you don't exist. It looks like a Gen 2 synth. Look, Nick. It's kind of like that. What do I do? I don't know. Oh, man. My mind is blown now. Because, I mean, I don't know. Everyone else says these people don't exist. There's just a boogeyman. Hey, we leveled up. Yeah. But, I mean, obviously they exist. They're right there shooting at me. Another fun thing we like to do is, if you haven't seen them yet, we also like to do build videos. I like to actually get, my wife actually reminded me of doing that. Because in the beginning I would just go through and scrap stuff and build, and that was fun. She was like, why don't you make a video of that? And I was like, oh my goodness. Okay. So, like, the first video I made of my regular playthroughs was me just going, look at what I built. And then, of course, she was like, why don't you like speed it up, but like show you going through and scrapping everything, so they know what you deleted and what you left from the original layout of the building. And it's like, okay, so just run through really quick, double the speed. It's like, yeah, and then go through and show them how you build stuff, you know? I mean, on the walls you could speed it up if you build walls, or when you start doing the same repetitive stuff, speed it up. If not, that way they can see. And then in the end, take a tour of the place so they see how everything got built. I was like, why didn't I do that? So, since we're doing a survival playthrough, all the builds in this we're recording, and we're going to put up for you guys. So we've got a few of them, so you definitely got to go check them out, because, I mean, it's going to be fun. At the end of the video, I'm going to throw the last episode from this one up there, but I'm also going to throw up probably Sanctuary's build, and then from there there'll be links to each other, so you'll be able to check it out. Freaking turret shooting at me. That way, you know, like I said, you guys can check all that cool stuff out and enjoy that, because yeah, it helps us in survival to level up, but I mean, as most people know who played it, a couple levels ain't gonna do much. Yeah, the extra health is helpful, but things hit you pretty crazy. Look at that, I'm almost dead. Slow motion, trying to heal, trying to not die. Oh, I'm gonna die. Man, Nerd Rage would probably be helpful right now that I think about it. Times I get close to death. Other fun thing is, if I'm gonna die, I like to let it play through and watch me die, just so I can let people know that it happens. I'm in power armor and I still can get mowed down. I mean, that is why it's on the survival setting, but it's freaking awesome. I mean, there are some times where I can just run around. I mean, I've even fought enemies without my armor and beat them. Doesn't always happen. It's partly luck, but I mean, it happens. Somewhere in here that we're supposed to be finding Kellogg, but I mean, like I said, maybe you get bored of watching me run around. You want to take a little break. Like I said, go pop over the channel and check out those build videos. I know we've done Sanctuary, we've done Red Rocket, done Abernathy Farm, Oberland Station, Sunshine Company. And say, when you watch the build video, I give you a story, so I'm building the background of why these places are like this and what's going on. I'm not just building and going, look at that, I put something down. There's a reason behind things. Yeah, let's just get out of there while there's electricity shooting you in the face, Nick. I mean, don't just stand there, I mean, it's whatever. It's your face. That's probably why it looks like the way it does. No offense, man, but I try not to speed up things too much. Only if I'm walking outside and it's just a bunch of me running, because we really can't fast travel in survival. I mean, we can do vertibird grenades, but they treat it like fast traveling when the vertibird shows up. So it can only go to places you've ever been, so I still have to walk to new places. And if there's enemies, you know, or I confront something's going on, I don't worry about it. But if I literally make it from Abernathy Farm down to wherever I'm going and there's no enemies, I usually just double the speed, so you see me, but I'm just like, so everything still goes on, so I'm not wasting 10 minutes of your time going. It'll only be 5, which would have enough time for me to explain something. Ooh, sorry. Also, another thing to remember to check out.
Got it.
I think we have a few of them. Cogsworth. We have Pipers. Yeah, and I think Deacon, which was Deacon's from another playthrough, but I had it on. Basically, it's their level every time you get their affinity, because the way it works is their affinity is a number you can't see, but when it gets to 250, they have special dialogue, and there's chances to earn a little bit more affinity based on what you see. You say, or in some people's chance, flirt. And then, of course, you can hit 500, 750, and 1,000. Now, we did download a mod that lets us gain 5 times the affinity. It doesn't make it too fast, so I mean, you still have to, you know, do stuff. But it was helpful because, you know, I could tell Cogsworth, hey, come over here. I'm going to modify this gun. Yeah, Cogsworth's like that. I'm going to modify this armor. Cogsworth's like that. Cool. Thanks, Cogsworth. You know, I could have him and Preston just kind of watch, because I mean it's a simple thing. Sanctuary, you just go in the building menu, be like, hey, command, go right here. You, go right there. Stay there, and it'll work on something. There's quite a few. I mean, there's a new one I downloaded that actually puts a nice house out there. We're actually going to. I believe I take Nick with me there, who's down right now. I'll be with you in just a second, Nick. We got one that got rid of the carry weight penalty. So, I mean, you could say I'm cheating with that one, but it just, instead of having the 0.7 of the carry weight, it's full, just like it is on normal playthrough. I know they try to make things realistic, but I mean, I didn't download the mod that takes rid of ammo weight. I left ammo weight alone because that seemed realistic to me. Bullets are going to waste them. I don't want to make it realistic. I did download one that reduced the weight. There are two different ones you can get on PlayStation. One makes all fusion cores weigh 0, because there's an ammo one that makes all ammo weigh 0 in survival. That seems broken. But the other one reduces the weight of a fusion core from 4 pounds to 1.75, which I could see it, because you don't want it to be too bulky. It would make sense to me. You'd want it to be lightweight so your soldiers could actually travel around. I mean, I would assume eventually they would learn to shave the weight down. I mean, even a pound could make a difference. And I mean, you're shaving off what, 2.25 pounds. I mean, you gotta think about it. Could you imagine every time going to somebody like that and then like basically saying, well, you know, we're trying to make it where, yeah, they're in armor. Is there a way we can make it something, you know, we want to be sturdy, so we don't want to take away from the durability, but if our soldiers could have more flexibility to move, or anything to help them in combat, be like, well, we've been able to reduce, because you don't want to reduce the metal on the outside of the core, because you don't want that to be shot and erupt in their back. So I mean, it could be something like, this is why it's bad, sometimes bad to use VAT. See how I'm doing damage little by little? It just shot me. Oh, see that guy? Oh, it shot me. It shot me. It shot me. It shot me. It shooting at me. Blew my kneecap out. Mysterious stranger showed up. He was just, you know, he has to get those 6 shots off, so he's like trying to get a good shot, and it's like, man, hurry up. Hurry up. Man, I'm getting shot. It's shooting me in the leg. Eventually, it's gonna kill me. My HP was this low. It's probably another thing. If your HP is so low, I would not recommend, and I gotta do all this again. I would not recommend using VATS. If you're gonna do it, 1 shot. Just in case Dum Dum shows up. Well, you know, not everybody picks him, but in case he usually shows up. My luck is most of the time like that. Every now and then he'll show up and be like, he'll kill him, take him down. I'm like, yeah. But I'm trying to use him because I know Nick makes. We found the file in his office, so he'll make comments about him, which I think is cool, because he'll be like, heard about that guy. He's been around forever. So that's what I'm hoping for. Freaking. And now we gotta go through all this again, because we do have a mod that lets us save. It lets us make an auto save or regular save on survival. But our rule from the beginning, and I'm still doing it, I cannot save inside a place. That's why when I died, it's just kind of like I restarted. Yeah. The door before I go in, I can save. The entrance of a cave or underground bunker, whatever. Before I go into something like I'm not going to call it a dungeon because it's a building, but before you enter the place, I can create a manual save to load. I don't want to overwrite my auto saves because sometimes it could be bad, but I will manually save it. If I die, I have to do all the work over again. I cannot auto save inside a building at all, and I cannot manual save inside until I'm done. Like when I leave, I may create another save. So when not when I kill Kellogg or whatever I'm gonna do with him, when I finally get done with the mission, I head outside, I may create a save. But because I know this happens sometimes, if I find a bed in here, I can actually save it there. Which I need to download the mod. Speaking of that, it lets you make a bedroll, and that's basically what it is you have to basically create a bedroll, and you throw it on the ground, and you use it, and your person sleeps, and of course on survival it saves the game. But after that it's a single-use thing, but it uses up materials. So you have to have whatever I don't know what they use, and maybe cloth, leather, whatever, stuff like whatever the sleeping bag is, and I don't know. I haven't tried it out yet, but I need to get that because that would be fun. But yes, like I was telling you, that to me seems like something that would be like, that they would work on, be like, we've reduced the weight of the fusion core by a pound. I'm like, what? It's not much, but they get to move a little faster, you know? We've made the joints a little better. We've done this, we've done that. You know, different things. Also transporting stuff, if you think about it. If it weighs less, it takes less energy to move it, which means less fuel for supply trucks. Things like that. You see, I'm at full health, so shotgun I can get like 2 shots off of full AP right now. Because of course power armor lowers your agility, so you don't get much AP. I eventually need to put points into it, because you'd think you'd learn to be agile with it, which would make sense. Yeah, why would I want to lower my weapon? You're shooting at me. You're creepy looking, and you're shooting at me. But on the regular playthroughs, I try to check out a mod or two, because it's fun to see because people are still making new stuff on PS4. I don't know about the other ones. I'm pretty sure they are, because as long as you can create stuff, I mean, that's like the greatest thing ever. So, I mean, I don't mind downloading stuff. Now, some of them I'm waiting to use. Like, I've got one that changes the way Kate looks. I don't have Kate. I've got one that changes the way the vault people in the vault where the kid gets sick and you have a choice to save them. Where you find Curie, it makes their clothing look like it cleans up a lot of stuff. Don't have it on because I haven't found him yet. I want to find him, help him, turn it on. Basically like a progression thing. When I get Kate, I'm not turning it on until probably later on after I help her with her quest. Just because it seems to fit with me, story-wise. Nick, you almost got shot in the face. You better watch it yourself. It's a landmine, dum-dum. And see, we got a critical banker. We need to put another point into it here soon, so that way we can save more than one. But at this point, I need more AP, because criticals with my pistol are okay. But the real reason I wanted to get it was for the sniper rifle. So I can pretty much just be like, alright, right now I can get 2 shots off. Which is good because now that star lets me save a second critical, so I could target someone, 1 shot, automatically use a critical, headshot. Target a second guy, target his head, crit, you're dead. I can take 2 people up, but I have to wait for my AP to restore, and now I have nothing. I like to use the pistol because I can get like 8 shots off with the power armor. If I get out of power armor, I get a lot of shots off. But I actually need to start working on my agility, because there is a perk I know you get. It's way down the line. I know it starts off, you can reload faster. That's it, which is still good. The second one, pointing to it, says reloading in VATS does not cost AP, so you just get to reload for free in the slow motion, whatever. That could be useful. And then the third one just says you get plus 10 AP. Now that could be good. On top of the fact of putting all your points into as much agility as you can, yeah, that would be great. Just floor. But for people who've seen my other videos, or if you haven't, I'm going to explain it real quick. I'm not building a character based on how I want it to be, like, in a sense, this and this, this and that. I'm building it more along the lines of how I think the person would learn. Like, she's a lawyer, charisma. So that's what I started off with a lot of, and I was going through local leader, let's make friends, supply lines, let's do that. Let's buy and sell. I gotta learn barter, stuff that she would know. She started eating a lot of radiated food and drinking, dirty water. So at some point, I put a point in. Eventually, first I put a point in the aqua girl thing. So it's like, all right, you're going in the water. You're not gonna get as much radiation because you've been doing it a lot. And then later on, it was like lead belly. You've been eating and drinking a bunch of radiated food. Your stomach would slowly get used to it. I put a point into agility, and then I put a point into the perk that your pistols do 20% more damage. I know that usually those are first one's usually like more damage, and then after that they start giving you special things. I know the rifle one under perception's like it'll start in after the second point it does more damage, but ignores a percentage armor, not a set number, a percentage. So even if you have a lot of armor, it still gets rid of a chunk. And then it's like the next perk is more damage, more armor penetration, chance to cripple. I think the second perk for the pistol is like farther range with all pistols. So I mean, I'm using a lot. Naturally, I would get used to using it. Now, I mean, I need to eventually put a point to the rifle one because I've been using our sniper rifle and shotgun. I'm learning. And of course, people are going to be like, well, that's survival. You shouldn't do that. You should pick a build. Well, see, you don't always get to pick our build. If I was running through the world trying to figure this out after waking up, I don't get to be like, I don't want to have a lot of luck. It's whatever I learn. So, I mean, whatever happens, whatever goes. I mean, technically you can level up indefinitely, but as I'm learning, here we go. What's up, Nick?
Something wrong?
Well, I sort of have the same question. Just with everything that's happened with you and
Yeah,
a whole hell of a lot to process. Make sure you're holding up.
I'm trying.
Yeah, I'm alright.
You're tougher nut than I thought. Tougher than I was. Me a
Than you
long
was?
damn time to get a feel for it. Thank goodness I found Diamond City. God, it's a sure beats the hell out of anywhere else. It was when I took up there back when. People were just as scared of the Institute as
Yeah, they still don't want to believe that they exist. Yet there are synths shooting at us, saying the Institute.
Broken mask?
Yeah, what's that?
Apparently, some gentleman type shows up in Diamond City, heads down to Power. Guess he didn't like the food because he pulled his pistol and opened fire on the folks who were looking there.
Huh.
Security finally put enough holes in him to drop him. They say he was full of servos and sprockets. Like yours.
Ah, broken mask because it was not a real face.
It was the first time people realized since it stopped like me. Considering
Oh,
what these folks went
Generation 3 ones, probably the early
through,
ones.
let me in the front gate at all.
That makes sense.
Massacre of the CPG. What's that?
It was that.
Provisional government. Years back, settlements tried to get together.
It's a good idea.
Coalition.
My government.
Every settlement named Hidden Klaus representative of that national. Only the institutes are representative of their own. Sin. Man killed every revenue talk. Commonwealth provisional government was over before it even got off the ground.
They didn't even want me to get together.
Damn lucky they didn't just tell me to scram right then and there.
With what I know about this Institute, well, I wonder why they wouldn't want them to get together and form a government that would help them.
Hell of about 15.
Unless they were afraid they were going to go against them.
The mayor.
Hmm.
The young Miss Roberts decided she'd run off with some caravan camp. No. Turns out the guy was part of a gang of kidnappers. Didn't even know who I was rescuing. Stumbled on a crying girl.
Really?
Poor tough. Took her home and the mayor dubbed me a hero. Put me in a place in town. Lots of folks approached me and said I was a spy.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Taking up in the city was tricky at first, but I never tried to hide what I was. People seem to warm to that.
You took down 4 guys by yourself?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Back then,
What are you, Kellogg now?
more
Awesome assassin?
they are today. I told them I was rigged to explode and started going. Hardest part of that rescue was keeping from laughing.
And see, that's the interesting part. It's not only a machine with someone's memories.
Is it hard? Settling
You
in?
have emotion. You think things are funny. You understand that. So many ways this could have went good, not destroying people.
But I guess folks never forgot I rescued the mayor's daughter, so they started coming to me when people went missing. Mike runs off with the new Paramore, takes the rent money with her. Not to the set. An upset father decides moving him and the kid to the good neighbor in the dead of night's not the worst damn idea since the bomb. Get Nick. After a while, the job got so backed up, I didn't even
Yeah.
have to do the handyman stuff. Hell, I was so happy to do it. It was months before I started
Because
charging.
the mayor, he was alright.
I never stopped being Nick the Simp, but it was Nick the Detective folks came to see. About then, things finally started feeling normal. It took me a long
As
time.
normal as you can have with your hand all robotic-like. Good thing we fixed that, huh, Nick?
Time and effort. This place would be home for you.
Believe me, you'll see how. It's actually easy. You don't even need a mod to do it. I did it on accident. Ugh, it's still creepy to watch. I need medicine. Looks like she just stuck herself in the chest like Pulp Fiction. Wake up! Yay, fatigue makes me tired. I hope in Fallout 76 you can, since you can build anywhere, I hope you can scrap anything and be like, oh, I don't need this rundown. See, a drawer. Let me tear that stuff apart. And desk, yeah, okay. Those boxes, let me scrap them. Let me decorate even the inside buildings the way I want to. That would be cool. Clean it up and go build select piles of rubble. Because you get to do it. You'll see it when we start doing the DLC. There's just giant piles of crap.
Sweet.
And it says you can scrap it, and it just gives you a list of stuff you can get. Just like that, and be like, oh, pile of garbage, get rid of it. Oh, look, now people, make a building into a settlement. Yeah, it may look like crap, but if they let you place walls, you could just be like, I'll cover up those. I mean, those holes don't look too bad, but big old hole in the wall, piece of wood. Put a doorway right there. Just let it override stuff. That would actually be pretty neat. You see right there. Clear all that up. And see, they also could give you an option when you go to bookshelves in the build menu. Just say, basically clean all debris. That's mostly paper anyway, so it could just give you paper, cloth, maybe a piece of plastic. That would be useful. That would be cool. Instead of having to select every little thing. Then again, you could also just have an option that just says scrap all junk in settlement area.
That's it.
That might not be always a smart choice, but would be useful. Especially if I could break stuff apart, in mid-adventure, be like, this weighs a pound.
Hey.
Let me break it down into what its components are so I can get around better. See, like that hole. Put some walls up over there. So you could actually fix this place up, make it look like a livable place.
Perfect.
Yeah. Ballistic weapons permanently do 5% more critical damage. Which eventually, that's the other thing we need to work on. We eventually need it. Since we start doing a lot of criticals, we need to put the point into better criticals. It makes your criticals do more damage. So that shot will be worth more. From, I think it's like 50%, then it just goes up from there. 50, 100, 150, I think 200. I don't know if it criticals didn't get any extra bonuses based off the points. I don't remember. I never actually used that ability. But in survival, that might be useful. I mean, shoot you in the head, bam, critical. Depending on what I'm doing, it may not. I mean, it's a strong shot, but it may not always kill a raider. 9 times out of 10, it's gonna. Yeah, I mean, exactly. There is a lot of security. If you can fix this place up. But when you're going after death claws or something like that, or a robot, or something where their anatomy is a little different than humans, that extra damage might help. That's the only reason I like to carry around that rifle Dance gave me. because it does more damage with criticals. And now my pistol will. Actually ballistic, so a lot of guns will, even if it only is 5%. Still adds up. Alright, Nick, you ready? Finally get to ride this elevator down. Get your freaking decaying butt over here. Come on. Creepy old glowing eyes. Going down. Floor. Should be sense. You would think guarding that elevator. They're just waiting. Hey, look. You would think they'd just be right there like, hey, that looks like the door when we first got here. I think it is the door, if I remember correctly. Machine gun turret. Come on now. At least I'm losing weight shooting bullets. And healing myself. Really need to remember to set the water to one of my hotkeys so I can literally get. I have a stim pack set for one, but then I get thirsty. You have to drink or you'll eventually die. I need to set water that down at the same area. I like how when you zoom in you can still see your health regenerating. I need to set both that way I can be like, stim pack, because you gotta drink 2 water to get rid of the dehydration. Assist Kellogg. So thanks, you just told me Kellogg's here. Someone else mentioned his name earlier, he's in danger, but so you kind of just verify the Institute's real, Kellogg's here. I mean, anything else you want to tell me, buddy? There we go. Oh, it's a nice chunk. Well, I mean, I think that the more points you put into luck, the more it goes up anyways. Still. Yeah, here we go. See, I'm only doing 1 shot in case Dum Dum shows up. I have sustained a head wound. Really? What made you think that, buddy? Was it the fact I just shot you in the face? Come on. I can't do nothing. See, I could almost get a 3rd shot off when I have full AP. If I could reduce the cost more, or basically get more AP. I want to say agility gives you AP, but perception reduces the AP cost in VATS. So you kind of need both, really. Nicky almost got shot in the back of the head. I don't know how to fix you either. Yeah, P for parking. My legs are broken. That's cool. Yeah. Looks at, yep, that's the door we came in to begin with, Nick. And then we died upstairs and we had to do this again. It's like a creepy deja vu. Caution, danger. Something upstairs. Better not be. Yeah, but see, if I had that hotkey. Also, people may think I'm weird. See how I have full health? And it says I'm thirsty? It's not red, which means it's not dangerous. I'm parched. Maybe eventually you'll get mildly dehydrated. It'll turn red, and it'll come up and be like, you are severely dehydrated. You need to drink water or die. And then I'll drink 1 or 2 bottles. But since everything heals you slowly on survival, nothing is like, oh, plus 40? 40 health. Stim packs plus 80? 80. No. It heals you for that much over time as your body processes. So, I'm waiting. I'm not severely thirsty yet. It's one of those more like I'm going, need to give me a drink, Nick. I'm thirsty here. I mean, I don't want to be taking a drink and a synth pop around the corner and it's like, uh-oh. Kind of thing. So, now if I get hit, I can drink water. It gets rid of me being thirsty or parched. Also, since whenever that water droplet goes away, it might get some AP back. Because if you notice, I'm taking like a little red AP penalty. That's kind of what happens. A little bitty one. I'm not that thirsty yet. But everything affects all your stats when you start getting thirsty and hungry and tired and all that. That's how you can end up dying. So, yeah, right now it's not affecting me too much, but I mean, if I'm going to go fight like, Kellogg or something like that, yeah, look at that. Sorry, I just had to show you that I missed completely and shot that fan and did a flip. But yeah, I mean, if I'm going to go fight like a super mutant behemoth, a big old sentry bot, Kellogg, someone that I know, something I know it's going to be big, yeah, I'm going to drink that water. I'm going to get rid of all the negatives I can. not worried. Try to save it, because water in a place like this would be a very important commodity. Last time we met. Yeah. You're not making it any easier, buddy. You just verified you're here, and now I'm just getting more ready to just. You're out. You know where my kid is, like that. You have electrical traps everywhere. You know what, Nick? It's a risky, but let's go run back, drop off everything we've had, repair the legs of my armor. He thinks we're down there, right? We've taken out all his cameras and turrets so far. Get a drink, relax. On our way back, you know, sit down for a second. Let me tell Piper what's going on, and then we'll head back out. Sorry, I thought there was a bug up my nose. But basically, we can get our ideas set. We'll get back in there. I mean, he may have put more sense in there, but I don't think he can get the Institute that fast. But I do hope you guys like watching, and we'll pick it up from there next time. Thanks, guys. Bye.